Hello, it is just me today. I am Charlie Greer and this is We're the Greers, but you're just seeing me today because I'm going to talk about something that is near and dear to my heart, and that is me being the best me, you being the best you, so that we can be better spouses, parents, grandparents, co-workers, friends. And so let me take y'all back a little bit to the end of 2018. I was 39 years old. I had just had our fifth baby and I had lost the baby weight, but the scale was going back up again and I had zero energy. It was a struggle for me to get out of bed in the morning. I walked around in sort of a brain fog. I had to take a nap in the afternoon and it was hard to just walk down to the mailbox without being out of breath. And I was folding laundry. I remember it like it was yesterday. I looked in the mirror and I thought, this is not how I wanted to end 2018. I felt like I had wasted in the entire year. And I thought, I'm going to do something in 2019 to change this. I'm not going to end 2019 with regrets. And so I started praying about what is it that I can do. I had tried Whole30 in the past, and while I believe in a lot of the principles there, for me, I found it was something that I did not enjoy and I could not sustain. And I knew I had to find something that I enjoyed enough that I wanted to continue on, because I wanted a lifestyle change, not a diet. I needed something to really, for me to show me how I could live and enjoy food, but have restraint and eat the right stuff to fuel my body. So I thought about keto, because I know lots of people that have had success with keto, but there was something about it that I felt like it didn't quite fit in with how I felt about food. So obviously I'm talking about food, like I had certain beliefs about food. I think real food is the way we should eat. I feel like food is what fuels our body. If we eat a lot of junk, we're gonna feel like a lot of junk. But knowing that and doing that were two different things. And so I head into 2019, I'm praying, Lord, show me what it is that I can do. And I'm talking about that I needed to make a change on my Instagram stories. And a friend was watching, she reached out and she said, hey, have you heard of Faster Way to Fat Loss? I'm a coach and I think you would really enjoy it. I have another round starting up in a couple of weeks. Why don't you join it? And we had a vacation coming up, and so I didn't want to start anything new, and her timeline fit in really well with we would be back home from vacation, but there was just something about it that I thought, I don't know, like I know I'm ready to make a change, I know I need to make a change, but actually signing up and having someone hold me accountable, it was scary to me. So I tried to figure out, what is my excuse to not do this? And so I was nursing Margaret at the time, and I thought, well, I'm breastfeeding. This probably won't work for me. And so I start to look into it, and I find out that it is totally perfect for breastfeeding moms. In fact, most breastfeeding moms find that their supply is enhanced and better. So there goes that excuse. I knew that I was gluten and dairy sensitive. I was still eating gluten and dairy, but for some reason that popped in my mind, well, I know that I have to avoid gluten and dairy. So if this program promotes gluten and dairy, then I know I can't do it. Well, lo and behold, it recommends you cut out gluten and dairy while you're doing the program, because most people are sensitive to it. And it's the reason why we have so much inflammation and don't feel well. So there went that excuse too. And they encouraged eating real food, which deep down I knew that's what we all need. But they let you have a treat on Saturdays. And so I knew I could not completely eliminate sugar. I'm a sugar addict. And so in the past, when I have done the all or nothing type of sugar elimination diets, it's something I can do for 21 days, but I can't do it for the rest of my life. And then I just end up binge eating on a whole bunch of junk food, and I don't stop until my weight is out of control. So I said, sign me up, I'm gonna do it. And it was a 6-week course, and I started out, I'll never forget, you had to weigh yourself on day one. And when I stepped on the scale, I had been avoiding the scale. So I knew what size pants I was wearing. I was in a size 14, getting really close to a size 16. And I stepped on the scale, and it was a number I had never seen in my adult life, well, in my life, not being pregnant. And I was 164 pounds. And I thought, how did I let myself get to this point? And so I turned my numbers in to Becca, and I had a workout to do that day. I felt like the biggest fool doing that workout, but I did it. And then afterwards, I felt like I had done something positive for my body. So by about week 2 or 3, I felt like this was something I was actually enjoying. Normally when I'm doing a diet, and it's normally like this 30 or 21 day diet, about week 2 to 3, I feel like I'm going crazy and I'm going to kill someone because I've been so deprived of everything. But not this time. This time I was actually really enjoying the process, the way that I was living, and I thought, I can do this the rest of my life. And so I finished up that 6 weeks, and I could tell a difference in my body. Y'all, the program's not a quick fix. If you're looking for a program where you're going to drop a whole bunch of weight in an unhealthy way and then feel good about yourself for a week or 2, then it's all going to come back, this isn't the program for you. This is a program that it takes time, because all the weight doesn't come overnight. And so to lose it in a healthy way, it takes time. And I signed up for my second round. I thought, I got to keep on going. And at the end of that round, I was down to a size 8 clothes. And it was my 40th birthday. And I wore this little one-armed red dress that I would have never in a million years have worn at the end of 2018. I wasn't at my goal, but I felt like a different person. So, but not only that, so there were physical changes. By that point, like, other people were able to tell, like, wow, you were losing weight. And at this point, I'd been doing the program for 12 weeks. So again, it's not a quick fix, but I started to sleep at night. Y'all, I would wake up at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, and I couldn't go back to sleep. I would just sit and lay in bed for like an hour and a half. But I was sleeping again. I was able to wake up in the mornings with no problem. And I'm a morning person. I love getting up early in the morning. So I was starting to feel like myself again. I didn't have to have that nap. I had been working out consistently, and I was seeing results. And I was proud of myself. Here I was at 40 years old, and I was feeling better and in better shape than I had been at 32, 34, 36. So it has just been a huge blessing for me. And the way it is you eat real food. There are no gimmicks. There are no shakes. There are no pills. There's nothing like that. It just teaches you how to eat real food, avoiding gluten and dairy. And you do something called carb cycling. So there's a couple of days where you have a low carb kind of day, and you eat lots of healthy fats like bacon, avocado, almonds, nuts, nut butters. And then you eat higher content of healthy carbs the rest of the week, and you lower your fats. So on those days, I eat lots of sweet potatoes and fruits, and I enjoy all the different kinds of food groups, except for gluten and dairy, which are not good for me anyway. So, and then we work out. Now, you don't have to do the workouts to have success on this program. So if you're not physically able to do workouts, that's totally okay. You set up your macros based on your activity level. And so if you don't work out, we just put that you have a lower activity level and your macros are adjusted correctly. Now, I know a lot of this sounds like a whole bunch of science and mathematical numbers, and you're like, I don't do that stuff. I did not either. Benjamin will tell you I am not a math-minded person, but it really was like you have a coach that walks you through it, and it was really an easy process. So about April or May, I'm telling people, I'm sharing my story. People are signing up with Becca, and I would get sad that I was sending them off to her, because my heart is to be a teacher and an encourager. And so like I wanted to be a part of their journey. I wanted to hold their hand, and I wanted to help them change their lifestyle. And so I thought, I have got to become a coach. And I did, and it has been the biggest blessing in my life. I became a coach, a certified coach, in June. And since then, I have been able to lead over 80 women to lifestyle change. And it is something I am so, so passionate about. And so I share my story today because someone out there may be watching it and thinking, I feel like I have tried all the things. I have no energy. I'm not the best mom or grandmother or friend or spouse I need to be. I just want you to know I get it. I know what it's like to try to put your hope in something and think, please let this work this time, and it lets you down. This program has totally changed my life for the better. I am now pregnant with our 6th child at 40, and I feel fabulous. And I know it's because of the fact that my body was healthy when I got pregnant, and I'm continuing to live the best My Faster Way fat loss life that I can. And I share because I just care. I want you to be the best you that you can be. I have a round, if you're watching this, it's going to be starting November 4th. If you're watching this and it's like in 2020, I have a round starting. You just have to go check the link and find out when it is. But I'm always open to questions, comments. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at the Front Porch Farmhouse. I would love to be able to help you succeed, and hopefully your 2020 can be different. Just like my 2019 was different than my 2018. So it's not too late. In November, we can still be making positive changes at the end of November or at the end of 2019. If you're worried about it going over through the Thanksgiving holiday, I promise I will give you full permission to enjoy your Thanksgiving dinner. This isn't about deprivation. This is about learning how to live your life, eating foods that are going to fuel your body, having a treat every once in a while, but making smart decisions, and you have accountability. It is all done virtually, so you don't have to live locally near me for me to be your coach. But I'm so passionate about it, and I would love, love, love to help you reach your goals. And so I will talk to you next time. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Bye.